Monique walked in through the side door. No cameras, no grand entrance, just a quiet little delivery of truth bombs. And when she sat down to testify, it wasn't just Diddy's world that started to twitch. One by one, Tyler Perry, Oprah, Diddy. She named them without flinching. No dramatic pauses, just cold, inconvenient facts, names, and the kind of voice you hear when someone finally stops caring about consequences. And Hollywood? Oh, Hollywood sat there pretending not to hear the sound of its own foundation cracking. The gallery was already buzzing by 7 a.m. A little early for nerves, but hey, nothing like public unraveling to get people out of bed. Security paced like they were auditioning for a new procedural drama, and prosecutors suddenly looked like their briefcases had gained emotional weight. And the reporters practically fused to their seats, white-knuckling their coffee cups like they were flotation devices. After 5 straight days of jaw-dropping testimony, everyone was expecting drama. What they got? A wildfire, the kind that doesn't ask for permission or give press conferences. The room pulsed with that unmistakable tension, like something huge was about to slip out before anyone could stop it. Diddy's legal team tried their best version of poker faces, but the side glances and whispered code reds kind of gave the game away. You could feel it, something off script, something extra, something nobody had penciled into the schedule. And then it happened. No announcement, no camera flashes, just the soft creak of a door. And there she was, Monique, Oscar winner, Hollywood exile, walking headline, and apparently now whistleblower-in-chief. Her entrance wasn't loud, but it didn't need to be. She was sharp, poised, and clearly done asking for seats at anyone's table. The room shifted. Even Diddy turned, visibly trying to process whether this plot twist was real. Spoiler: it was. His lawyers leaned in, suddenly allergic to their own paperwork. She wasn't on any list. Not a whisper, not a hint. And yet, there she was, walking toward the witness stand with that quiet, unmistakable energy that says, "Brace yourselves. This one's going to sting." She sat down, adjusted the mic like she was ordering coffee, and said it flat out. "I was asked to speak the truth. No warm-up act, no dramatic pause for effect, just the kind of statement that makes the room recheck its oxygen levels." Monique didn't come with gossip. Please. She came with receipts in the form of timelines. No vague hints, no allegedly to soften the blow. She came armed with dates, names, call logs, the kind of stuff that makes defense attorneys suddenly wish they'd taken a different case. The prosecutors flanked her with synchronized nods and the kind of page flipping that says, "We've been waiting for this." This wasn't a performance. It was a slow, deliberate unveiling. She listed names like chapters in a book nobody thought she had the right to write. Diddy, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Not accusations, just chronology. Every dinner meeting, every late-night call, every whispered promise that was never meant to see daylight. The courtroom leaned in like it was hearing English for the first time. For years, she was dismissed, too loud, too angry, too difficult. But here, under oath, that bitterness suddenly sounded eerily like reality. She recalled the meetings, the ones where she was told to smile, to be quiet, to play along, the friendly offers that soured into veiled threats, the invitations that evaporated the moment she stopped being pliable. She'd been saying it for years. But now she had something even Hollywood couldn't ignore: a federal microphone. And then, the moment that made the room freeze mid-breath. The twist. The quiet reveal. Tyler Perry told me he was wrong. Just like that. 2018. A private call, a rare admission. Perry reached out. Monique testified. He told her she wasn't difficult. No, of course not. She just had the audacity to want to be paid. Imagine that. He told her she was right, that she deserved a public apology. But surprise, it never came. Why? Well, according to Monique, it turns out Harry, that would be Tyler Perry, not Prince, said the fallout would be just too much. Apparently, some people weren't ready for the light. And then she said the name that made the courtroom collectively inhale, Puff. As in Puff Daddy, as in Diddy. That, Monique said, was who Perry was really worried about. The jury flinched like she'd just said Voldemort. Prosecutors stopped mid-scribble, pens hovering in midair like they were suddenly unsure of gravity. Even the defense looked like someone had hit pause on their strategy. One name casually dropped, and the whole room shifted. She didn't slow down. She said Perry laid it all out. Too many NDAs, too many layers of silence, too many reputations wrapped in bubble wrap. And then, because apparently facts weren't enough, she reached into her bag and pulled out a transcript. A printed transcript. Like she came prepared for court and for story time. It was Perry, on record, saying he couldn't be publicly tied to what was happening at Puff's parties. The judge allowed it into evidence. Audio, still pending verification, but at this point, the damage had already taken a comfortable seat. This wasn't just about Diddy anymore. This was about the ecosystem that helped him stay untouchable. And then came the moment that left the courtroom practically holding its breath. Back in February 2006, Monique said she got invited to a Diddy party. A friend told her it would be a game changer. Exclusive guest list, big names, prime networking. She said yes. What she walked into? Let's just say it wasn't exactly a networking mixer. It was a mansion in the Hollywood Hills. At the door, she was asked to hand over her phone. Standard practice, they told her, like that was a totally normal part of socializing. Inside, the air was thick with candlelight and expensive perfume, but the atmosphere said something entirely different. That was the moment Monique decided. Absolutely not. No signature, no questions. She turned around and walked out. And just like that, the calls stopped. Her agent, radio silent, invitations, vanished, film festivals, suddenly forgot how to spell her name. The word on the street was that she was uncooperative, aka not great at looking the other way. But Monique remembered everything, and she had a hunch that exiting that party without signing her silence away had made her a threat. When prosecutors asked if she thought that kind of party was normal for Diddy, she didn't even blink. No, she said. It felt too polished, too rehearsed, like a set, a system. She described the setups, back rooms, soft lights, bodies guided like props in a stage play, whispers in corners, deals sealed in silence, and careers that rose or fell based entirely on how easy someone was to manage. What hit hardest wasn't just what she said, it was who she was when she said it. Monique, an A-list actress once celebrated for her power on screen, was now the proof off-screen that something far bigger had been playing out. And nearly 2 decades later, she was back. Not in a dramatic press tour, not with a tell-all deal, but in sworn testimony, on the record, on the stand, and absolutely on fire. It didn't end with headlines. It ended with silence, the kind used as a weapon. Monique didn't just lose roles. She was quietly erased, methodically locked out. The calls slowed, scripts stopped showing up, meetings got rescheduled into oblivion. Studio doors that once swung open at her name now shut themselves before she even reached for the handle. What do you think of this drama? Let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe Celebrity Insider News and press the bell icon for more celebrity gossips. Thanks for watching.